Hi there, guys. Welcome back. Today we're going to look at the game RoboCraft. It's a really fun game, and by fun I mean fun, as in laughing. My laugh. Sorry, I can't say that word. Anyway, it's very funny. What this game is consider building a ultimate war machine of just your idea, using your imagination, taking it into battle against other players and their ultimate machines, and just win. Well, actually, you don't always win, but you have a lot of fun trying. So, today we're going to look at RoboCraft and trying to win. Okay, first of all, you can buy something called premium cash in this game. However, you cannot buy power. You cannot buy anything free players can't buy. So let's just skip that whining issue. The only thing you can buy is XP bonus and speed, which means you can get the same things faster than if you were grinding for cash. So let's go over the game. First of all, there's a chat. I have disabled the chat. It's down here. You can see Penis 1. Yeah. There are absolutely no moderators right now. People are just allowed to say and type whatever they want. So that is why I have disabled the chat. There's a control menu. There are some basic controls. We don't need to go over them. Mostly for people who have never seen a computer before. Music. The music is actually good in this game, surprisingly. So, well, the song just ended, but yeah. The volume is very low, but listen to this. Yeah, exactly. This gets annoying after a while. Also, the phone ringing in the background. I have no idea why they added that. That's just to piss people off, I think. Yeah. Anyway, down with the volume. Just the minimum. I'd like to hear my weapons shoot. Okay, hit tab. The menu pops up. We have our inventory. This is, well, let's start from right. Galaxy Cash, you can buy this cash for real money. It's cheap, so unlike other games, it's relative cheap, and I did so because I'd like to support these guys. And I got 5 days of premium. You can see I only have 20 hours left. Well, it's hard to see, but just above the YouTube logo, top right up there, you can see 20 hours in the blue thing. Next up, we have social menu. You can see the shortcut L, and I don't have any friends. Very cool. There's a platoon. Platoon is teams if you want to play with friends in the same match against another group of people, I guess. Clans, it's not enabled yet, but it will be. Garage, you start out with 3 slots. You can see this is my robot tier 6, my nothing, and my other nothing. This is the one we're going to use today. It's called, you can see, you can name it Danish bacon and giraffe taste. Well, that's because somebody likes to butcher a giraffe. Well, it's fine. It's a huge goat. There's a battle button where you go to battle or you practice. We're going to use both today. The tech tree. Well, this is where you unlock stuff. You can see you start from the left and work your way to the right. You can see the second line I have all the way to maximum, which is right there. And of course, the price increases. You pay with tech points. You can see that's the yellow currency up here. And you earn those by winning or winning. Don't worry. Even when you lose or sometimes do bad, you still get tech points. But of course, winning is better. Then we have the cube. Well, there's sub menus, so we have different types. but no matter. Cube menu, this is a shop. This is where you buy your building blocks for your robot. And there are two currencies. There are the regular green cash, which is called RoboCraft points, and those are earned by battling, or you can use the blue, which is actual money. So actual money versus RoboCraft points. Fair enough, you don't have to grind so much. And again, categories. And lastly, the inventory. This is where stuff you have bought are placed. One thing I'd like to mention is this one called Cosmetic. Cosmetic is only available for real cash, but hey, that's basically just to show support to the developer. You can see you can get this one. It's $50, I think, yeah. Something like that. But hey, if you like the game, go and buy some premium cash. Or if you can't afford, just play it. It's a good game. Join us! Anyway, head over to the garage. We're going to build a car. First of all, a car. Second, we're going to test the car in a real match, and then we're going to build a plane. So, load robot. And this is the build area. So, first of all, I don't like building on the floor, so I'm just going to place one block up in the air like that and build a frame for my car. This is for the rear wheel, front wheel, right there, front, there we go. Something like that. That's a front bumper. Not that you need it, but I like to have one. A rear bumper right there. There we go. That's the frame. So let's add some wheels. I hit Q, I click movement, I click the wheels. That's one side. That's another side. And you don't have to build symmetry. You can put them out there if you want to. That's not so bright. Next thing you want is a seat. That's required for your robot to work, which I find it strange since it's supposed to be a robot, but hey, okay, never mind. I'm going to hit P for practice mode and test this beauty out. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's perfect. You can see dual steering. Yay! This area, you will also encounter some AIs, as you can see there. Yeah, and no damage. I love how the raider is finding himself. Yeah. Okay, that works. Back to the building or drawing board if you want. It's time to design our killing machine. Now we want to add some weapons. Hardware. Let's just use these silly ones. If you look to the bottom left before I click one on, you can see there's a white line. That white line indicates what tier your vehicle is, and the blue one lights up if you're in a higher tier. Let's take a high-level weapon. There we go. And notice the white line now. Boom. We're now in tier number 3. This is not a vehicle I would like to bring in a match in tier 3, so let's not do that. This, however, should be fine. One of the main concerns when you build a vehicle is to protect your seat or your character, because he's going to be sitting in that seat. If he is hit just once by the weakest weapon in the game, you're game over. So, I'm just going to add a few blocks around him, just like that. Oh. And maybe I'll add a few, like so. And something around the side like that. There we go, that's a nice vehicle. Then let's add some more guns. There we go. And we can add some windows. The next thing you want to consider is armor. And it's funny I mentioned that while I'm putting windows on the car. I'm also going to add a radar. I'd like to see where my enemy is coming from. So Top left, you can see it says player level. I'm player level 51 right now. The level is increased by the amount of damage I do to other players. So, next to that, you can see there's something called CPU. Right now, I'm using 204 out of 973. That's the limitations of your vehicle when you build them. When you start out as a new player, you won't be able to build 973 blocks of CPUs, but you will be able to maybe a few. I can't remember what level 1 is, but once you increase your level, you'll get more CPU, you can build bigger vehicles, you can build bigger guns, you can increase your tier, and so on. So player level, CPU, and tier, it is all working together. Okay? So let's add some sloped armor in front of this. Well, let's not call it armor because it's not. There we go. And we're still in tier 1. That's good. Should we go and test on a player? Yes, we do. So I press B for battle, and you can see there's 28 other tier 1s ready for battle out of 1100 right now. And here we go into battle, our first battle. And we're lucky there. Everybody is tier 1, that you can see. So, all of these are other players. And they are from everywhere on the planet. That means we have lag. Don't worry. It's good and it's bad, so it's fine. You can see that guy just finished loading. That's why he was hanging there. Same, that guy hasn't loaded yet. Yeah. And balancing. That's the next thing we want to look at. So, if you look at the top center, you can see there's a countdown timer. It says 7 minutes or something like that. You can also see there's 4 blocks. That's gray or black if you want. These are capture points. If you look on the minimap, you can see we all come from a blue capture point and we're moving towards the red. It's also indicated in the world by this huge red laser. That down there looks painful. So let's just back up a bit, because I don't think I'll be able to handle that guy. Yeah, he's coming. There we go, that's 1 kill, and that guy got me. Well, that's a round. It was fast, fun, and I got some points. You can see I got some green points, totally 291, and my tech points 3. That was probably one of the worst rounds I ever had, so let's not discuss that again. Next thing I want to do. Luckily you didn't see it, but often you'll see players flipping the vehicles around. That's because the way I designed my vehicle, it's clear to me that what is up and down, but the computer does not understand that. So in order to tell the computer what is up and down, you need to make sure the heavy part is downwards. Right now, it's top heavy. Everything up here is heavier than down here. We can fix that by adding heavy blocks. These are these black heavy chassis cubes. You can see the mass is 15 kilograms. Where any other block is, the normal blocks are 5 kilo. The half slabs or slides are 2.5. There we go. So we got some heavy frame right there. Nope. Let's have another go at this. So I'm hitting B again. B for being ready. Okay, we're in game. And you can see people loading up. Different map this time. This is the ice map. I can't remember the name. And the chat is not visible because we disabled it out in the options. So let's see. Let's see. People are ready. I'm just hanging back because, well, I like to see people getting shot. However, as I can tell almost already now, this team might not be that great. Everybody is hanging back. Except that weird vehicle right there. This just shows it's only your imagination that sets the limits for these vehicles. Okay, we're moving up to the enemy base, keeping an eye on my radar. Once it stops turning, that means there's an enemy within 100 meters. So, they should be up there by now. Yeah, we got one on the minimap, as you can see, the red. And this guy is clearly unable to control his vehicle. Where are you going? Well, he did some good damage. You can see I lost 3 of my guns this time. That's that's terrible. Oh, there's one back here. And I'm dead from some random shot. There we go. More score, and the vehicle is repairing itself. That's basically how it works. Now, there's something I need to tell you. I'm entering practice mode right now about the lasers. The lasers is... well, it's designed like this. The more lasers you add, the faster you'll shoot. Up to 6 lasers. If you have more than 6 lasers, you will only shoot the speed of 6 lasers. But your additional weapons will also shoot. Why would you add more than 6 lasers? Well, because you saw I lost half my weapons in one shot because I did a bad design. Then I would still have additional weapons as a backup afterwards, after I lost these, and maybe still have 6 lasers and still be able to shoot pretty fast. And there we go, you saw the radar. This is just AI, so doesn't mean anything. I'll put in a short clip right now to show you what I mean with the multiple lasers. And then we will build our jet. Well, it's not really a jet, just a flying vehicle. So let's see. Here we go. This is the same vehicle again, except I've just removed all the weapons. I'm also going to remove this. The wheels, the cabin, and accidentally the seat. And I'm going to rearrange the heavy blocks. Well, right now I'm just going to remove them in the first place. So I have this nice square. I'm going to re-add the seat right here. Then I'm going to add the, well, we haven't tried the plasma gun, so here we go. That's the plasma gun. That's just the highest here. Okay, in order for this to make this work, we want this entire thing to fly. So imagine it hanging up there. You want it to be able to shoot down. So we're going to add it on the bottom like that. We also want some balance in this because, you know, this gun is actually quite heavy. So some black blocks below in the back. And the reason I'm adding them there is because the center point is right here, somewhere around there. So you need to sort of balance it. However, if you shoot this now, this entire thing will just flip around. So I'm going to add some mass to the top of this weapon. And I'm going to add the equal mass back here. Then I'm going to add helium blocks. You can see that right here. Their mass is minus 7.5. That means they're going to float. So just a few of them right there. I'm not sure right now how many I'm going to need, so I'm just going to do something like this. Should be more than enough. We're going into practice mode, and this entire rig should float upwards, hopefully. And we should be able to tell if it's in balance or not. Yeah, it's sort of in balance. It's a bit heavy in the back. That's fine. The jump, the recoil is not so bad. It could be much, much worse. Yep. Back into build mode. We want a bit more weight in front, so let's just place a block right there. Just one. Okay, now we want to be able to control the unit. So in movement, I'm going to add thrusters. I want to be able to move this vehicle up and down when I feel like it. So I'm going to place these in the corner so I can move vertically up and down. Then I would like to be able to turn left and right. So I'm going to select some other thrusters just because I didn't have any more of the basic ones. That's to left, steer the front end left and right. I'm not going to steer the back end because then it would strafe. We don't want that right now. Then I'm going to place these right there because we want to be able to move forward. So we're going to take some huge thrusters and just add them right there. So they will be able to push us forward and add a massive propulsion. So this vehicle should be able to be steered now. So P for practice. And let's see. You see, it's heavy. It's falling down, but I can press space, increase my altitude, release, and I slowly descend. I kind of like that. Press forward and space, I get this forward motion, and it's okay fast. I can turn left, I can turn right, I can turn while flying, and I'm not really hovering because I'm slowly descending, but the slow descent is fine. Gives me time to aim and fire if that's what I want. But you can see it's still jumping like a madman. And the way to fix that is add more mass to your vehicle. Something to resist the huge jump. And you could do that by adding more black box. Very nice. Black boxes. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. A confirmed hit is when the reticule turns orange. So that's not a hit. That's a hit. That's not a hit. Yeah, that's the plasma weapon. We haven't really discussed it, but it's an artillery piece. So you can see it works like this. And why it's working great on a plane is because there is no limitations to the range of this weapon, whereas a laser, it only reaches 50 meters. So if that guy right there was using a laser, he would not be able to reach me when I was flying really high. I think there should be some AI with weapons around here. Let's see. These two? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh, that guy. And you can see he's trying to hit me. I'm just going to move up. There we go. I'm out of range. He's not out of range of me. Whoop. I'm just pressing space, gaining just the few meters I need. And I can now see I forgot the thrusters to push me backwards. I can't back up. So I have to turn around, move forward, turn again, take aim. Boom. And you can see it's shooting different directions than what I'm aiming. That's because when the weapon is pointing somewhere else, it's still limited. Okay, that's the plasma gun, and we are using this as a bomber, sort of. I'd like to show you the plasma gun on a wheeled vehicle. So let's do something like this. Just disconnect those two, remove those. Just to show you how it works on a car. Oops, the seat. There we go. And just get some wheels. There we go. And practice. A bit asymmetrical. Well, that's also a viable solution. But what I want to show you is how it does damage. So let's just find one of these AI guys. Where are you? Over there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm trying to stop this guy from driving off. Well, it's fine. We're just going to follow this guy. I'm now going to shoot right next to him. And as you can see, he takes no damage. Even though he's driving into the circle. That looks like damage. That's because this weapon is not a AoE weapon. It does not do AoE damage. It only does direct damage. So, if we were to hit him, you can see it does damage. Yeah, you just stay there. You can see nothing. Just barely. Nothing. 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 I mean, if we did AoE damage, we should have killed him by now. However, you do AoE damage in the way that you do AoE damage directly on the vehicle. So, if we shoot on the vehicle, we do AoE damage to the blocks of the vehicle. Sorry. So there's pros and cons of using every weapon. Right now they are working on adding a railgun to the system. The railgun is going to be similar to a classical weapon or ranged weapon with bullets. And these bullets will be able to reach across the map. However, you can't see across the map, so you will be shooting in blind if you don't know what you're aiming at. And it will be something like the weapon is charging up. Let's you can see this is my tier 6 bot. And I use the lasers because I've found I earn way more score using lasers. You can see the fire rate. And some people say, why don't you have more guns? Well, That's because I only can afford 5 level 5 guns right now. If I could afford more level 5 guns, I would have added them. If I was able to stay within my current tier. The problem with adding more guns is I lose DPS, I lose damage per second. As long as I'm using these guns, I do high damage. If I replace one of them with a lower weapon, I'd lose damage every time that lower weapon would be firing. So, for this vehicle to be really effective, I need one more gun, because the rule sets 6 laser weapons for highest fire rate. So one more is really needed. However, when you add one more, let's check this out. Look at the tier bar down below. When I remove this gun, it's a huge jump. It doesn't look huge at this level, but it is huge. I'm switching tier just for one gun, so if I remove that, I could play tier 5, put it back on. Now it's tier 6, so something you have to work out. Where do I play the best? And personally, I play best around tier 5 and 6, so that's why my vehicle looks like that. I could just add weapons until it was tier 7 or 8. But as mentioned, I think I mentioned it before, these armor plates are the highest tier, the red blackish ones, and when I play tier 7 and up, I get wrecked because everybody is in black armor and I'm there in my green armor, and that's really no good. Green armor is fine for tier 3, 4, 5, and sort of 6, but no more. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know, and I'll see you next time.